The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of my life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be for one reason, on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Here, we are not neutral. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. This is Black Empire Media, the Black Empire TV, with a Black Pot. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family. That is what we do exactly here. We bring so many different ideas into being. Sieve out all these ideas, catch up with the creme de la creme of all these ideas, and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. My brother, my sister, this is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Come here. Now, without much ado, I have something important to share with you. Today, we are going to look at 3 very important issues as usual, but it's very punchy and hot. Very punchy and hot. Please do me a favor. Share this broadcast. Make sure that you comment, and make sure that you also call family and friends to gather and watch this very important broadcast today. Oh Lord, God have mercy. We are live on YouTube, also live on Facebook. You can also find us on TikTok. We are also on Instagram. And above all, we are on Twitter, now called X. My brother, my sister, it is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. Now, I want to say we are so grateful and so thankful to Tap Send for making sure that we keep growing. Now, Tap Send is what everybody is talking about right now, because at Tap Send, it is raining amazing rates. Now, you don't need to travel several kilometers, several miles to locate a certain building. Sit down, wipe the sweat out of your brows, and then fill lengthy forms before you can send money to Ghana. Where are you on the globe? Are you in Australia? Are you in Canada? Are you in the United States of America? Or are you in the European Union? Maybe you must be in the United Kingdom or the United Arab Emirates, capital Abu Dhabi. Maybe in the beautiful city of Dubai. No problem. You can now send money to Ghana so easily. Use Tap Send. Now download the app from Google Play or App Store. And I'm talking about the Tap Send app. And when you are sending your first money to Ghana from any of these areas and places I've mentioned, you use the promo code Blakk RASTA. And Blakk RASTA is spelled BLAKKRASTA. It's capital. Blakk RASTA. So you can get a beautiful bonus. The moment you send, the speed is monumental. In fact, the speed is the speed of lightning. My God. Now the interesting thing about tap tap send is that you can always trace every penny you send. And the geometric speed is monumental. Tap tap send is also very community centered. It's doing a lot in several communities right here in Ghana and beyond. That is why I am a proud tap tap sender. Oh my God. It's a powerful inner city movement, ghetto movement. When you send, tap, tap, and send, bam, the next person on the other side gets it. Remember to download the Tap Tap Send app from Google Play and App Store. And when you are sending for the first time, after that, you don't need to use the promo code anymore. But the first amount of money you send, make sure you use the promo code Blakk RASTA. And you will get a beautiful bonus. Well, I am a proud Tap Tap sender. Are you? It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. I'm most excited one more time to be with you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Hi. This is the voice of the people. And the voice of the people is the voice of God. Story number 1. And it is hot. Watch this. Nana Agradaa goes to jail at last. Who is Nana Agradaa? This is Nana Agradaa. In fact, the first time we heard about Nana Agradaa, she was a fetish priestess who was worshipping a lot of gods around her. And she claimed that she could double money. Many were those who went to her to double their money for them. She had a certain project known as the Sikagari project, where she doubled, tripled, and quadrupled money. In fact, she even traveled to Europe, where some white people came on TV and told everybody that Sikagari was truly working. This is Nana Agradaa. Then after some time, she got into some big confusion with some leaders of Christendom in Ghana. They started to fight her. She fought them back, and she used words beyond unprintable. This woman is the queen of profanity. When she's talking, you wonder what kind of home bettered her. So careless with her words. She sees herself as that woman that is uncontrollable, and she can use all kinds of expletives, beyond expletives. And if you don't want to hear those, then anytime you see her face, you just have to scroll on, or else you will be slapped with the biggest expletives. After Sikagari, all of a sudden, Nana Agradaa said she had seen Jesus Christ, and for that matter, she was a Christian woman. In fact, evangelist. All of a sudden, after becoming an evangelist, she opened up a church. And many were those who trooped to the church. Whatever she gave them at the church, only God knows, because I never attended that church. But she had a following. She held the Bible and changed her name from Nana Agradaa to Mama Pat, Evangelist Mama Pat. Even the word evangelist, she had a problem pronouncing it. And we all know why. She is not lettered. Now, interestingly, things happened. Even in church, when many people thought she would have been a little refined, she was worse. She got into unnecessary fights with so many different public figures, left, right, and center. And every time on social media, you would see her face casting expletives, throwing very dirty, profane words out there. My brother, my sister. And that became her middle name, profanity. But many were those who wanted. From fighting Christendom and finally joining Christendom, many thought that she would have been a refined woman of God. But that was when she even got worse. My brother, my sister, today the long arms of the law have caught up with Nana Agradaa, aka Evangelist Mama Pat. She was in court. And when she got to court, they slapped her with a certain conviction. She had been doing money doubling for so long, and I had always wondered. So many people come on national TV that had so much patronage and viewers, advertising plainly something that is criminal in Ghana, money doubling, and yet the authorities under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo did next to nothing about this. Come here, my youth. Come here. So what happened? The long arms of the law caught up with Nana Agradaa, and bam, as we saw earlier, City Newsroom reported it. So many other news portals reported it. Agradaa jailed 15 years for money doubling scam. Run it, my youth. Watch this. Now, former traditional priestess turned evangelist Patricia Asiedu Esiama, popularly known as Nana Agradaa, has been sentenced to 15 years in prison by the Circuit Court in Accra. Now, the sentence follows a conviction for charlatanic advertisement and defrauding by false pretense. Nana Agradaa was found guilty of luring victims through a 2022 televised broadcast in which she falsely claimed to possess spiritual powers to double money. Her claims led several individuals to part with large sums of money in hopes of miraculous financial returns, promises that were never fulfilled. Now, the court's ruling marks a significant step in the fight against fraudulent spiritual schemes and deceptive religious practices. Ahead of sentencing, the court had ordered a mandatory pregnancy test in line with judicial procedures which confirmed she was not pregnant, clearing the way for sentencing to proceed. This is Nana Agradaa. She had to go through pregnancy test. This is quite procedural with such sentences. My brother, my sister, at the end of the day, she would go to jail for 15 solid years. She had defrauded people of so much money. It is very unfortunate. If you go through the list of people she defrauded, I am sure there will be professors, there will be medical doctors. It looks like in our part of the world, we go to school to become more stupid. A stark illiterate woman like this, my brother, my sister, has been able to use spiritism. Remember, I'm choosing my words well. I didn't say spirituality. Spiritism. To be able to capture so many different people and steal their monies from them. My brother, my sister, Nana Agradaa is going to jail for 15 solid years. It is my prayer that while she's in there, she reforms. And if the laws of the nation find out that she has actually reformed, then she could get a presidential pardon. It is my prayer that when she comes out, she would be a refined spiritualist, be it in Christendom or the other side. She has tasted both worlds. It's time now to go in there, in fact, and reminisce and go into herself and come out with whatever it is. In the interim, I must apologize the Mahama government for making the laws work in Ghana one more time. As for Mahama, you never cease to impress me. And I must say that I truly love you right from the bottom of my heart. You are making Ghana the Ghana that we've all dreamt of having. I pray for strength for you, and I pray that you continue with this momentum. At the end of the day, the credit comes to Ghana and Ghanaians. To God be the glory. And to Nana Agradaa, my prayer is that you would get to understand that we have laws in this country. And next time you put a camera down, stand in front of the camera to play the buffoonery, you will think twice. And to every other person, the laws are coming after you. Those involved in these scams, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuko Shonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, I have a big story coming up. Duncan Williams, Archbishop Duncan Williams. Is she a charlatan, man of God? Is he a fraudster? What really is he? Is he fake? The British High Commissioner, former British High Commissioner, now retired. He has more information. And this is going to be hot. Hey! Why?
Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Show, man. Here we speak truth to power. Next story, and keep your comments coming in. We're going to be reading them anytime soon. All right? Charlatan Duncan Williams must go to jail. Former British High Commissioner seems to be saying. Now, my brother, my sister, this gentleman here is a very brave one. He speaks his mind. Hey, this is John Benjamin, former High Commissioner of the UK to Ghana. He was born in January 1963. And he went to school, my brother, my sister, to study languages and international relations. He studied German and he also studied Swedish. He speaks fluent French, fluent English, and much more. He's beginning to learn how to speak Jamaican patois as well since he came to Ghana and realized that the language is en vogue. This is John Benjamin. Hey, he started serving as a diplomat of his nation in the mid-1980s. So he's an experienced diplomat. He has gone round so many different countries. My brother, my sister, including the United States of America, Chile, where he found his wife. He was also the High Commissioner to Ghana, Burkina Faso, Togo, oh Lord, and he ended up in Mexico. This is John Benjamin. Now, according to Wikipedia, he was withdrawn from the diplomatic service in Mexico when he pulled a gun, or he pointed a gun jokingly at a fellow worker, a fellow employee of the High Commission right there in Mexico. And for that matter, even though it was for joke reasons, as a diplomat, he was pulled off. I spoke with him personally, and he told me, Black RASTA, this has been sorted out, and we don't have any issue at all. Well, he's been somebody that I've been close to in one way or the other whilst he was in Ghana. He gave me and many other people the opportunity to taste what is called diplomacy. For me, he's one of the best diplomats I have encountered. In fact, he demystified diplomacy. Some diplomats are too far away from the people they are supposed to be serving. When he came there, he invited me to tea right at the High Commission. And when he listened to me, once in a while he will get in contact and say, hey, Blakk RASTA, I don't think you got this right. I think we should deal with it that way, diplomatically. I am sad that John Benjamin would have to end his career as a diplomat so early, because I think he still has more. Another thing, he was quite controversial because not many diplomats behaved the way he did, especially whilst he was in Ghana. He meddled in Ghanaian politics, as many people would put it. He would not keep quiet about the local political scene. He would always speak his mind. Sometimes he would tweet and untweet messages, maybe because of pressure. But Britain called him and told him, listen, people are complaining that you are meddling into the politics of the people, local politics. We have seen that you have not breached any code or behavior and you have not broken any law. Keep doing what you are doing. Be yourself. And that gave him the impetus to do more. He was not a very good friend of the NDC. Many people aligned him to the NPP. They claimed he had sympathies for the NPP. My brother, my sister, when he was leaving this country, he became one of the only or the few high commissioners living in Ghana and had their names mentioned on BBC. It was a picturesque exit that he gave us. Many of us were not ready for him to leave, but he had to continue with his journey. In a recent interview with me, he told me how he got into the diplomatic service. And that will be a story for another day. But that's me and him when he invited me over to, the High Commission. Oh my God. The first thing he did was he started to follow me on Twitter. And I was wondering, is this a true diplomat? This has never happened. And when I checked it out, it was true. He was a new diplomat who had just come, and he asked the people he was working with, who are the famous people in this country, especially entertainers? And my name happened to be mentioned, and he followed me instantly. I quickly followed back, and this was me and him on the first meeting that we had after tea, and we had a beautiful conversation. Of course, we had disagreements once in a while, but all in all, we were very, very good friends. And I was happy to perform at his exit party. He told me something, which today I will tell you, because he himself has said it. Come here. Hey. John Benjamin. I met him in England one time, and he took me to the British Parliament, showed me a few things, sat with me in his favorite bar, and he told me, Black Rasta, there's a man of God in Ghana that I think is one of the charlatans. Who is a charlatan, a crook, a dishonest person? Duncan Williams. And I said, whoa, really? This is a man who has a lot of respect. He said, Black Rasta, hold it there. I need you to do something for your people in Ghana. I know who you are and what you can do. Come here. And you know what he said further? He said, this is a man of God. All he does is to take people's tithes, 10% of everybody's salary. He encourages them to give tithes. He doesn't do much, it's just the tithes. And when he's flying, he rents the British Airways, the whole business class section, he and his family. When a lot of his church members do not even have bicycles, yet he takes 10% of their salaries to go and sit in a British Airways business class section with his family. John Benjamin told me that he went to Duncan Williams' house on a visit. And when he went there, what he saw shocked him. The furnishing in his house, not even the Queen of England has that. In fact, even his toilet seat was made of gold. That's what John Benjamin said. In fact, I put this story out in the days, remember? But I never mentioned that it was John Benjamin who told me that. But now, John Benjamin is saying something. But listen, Duncan Williams himself is praying for Ghana. And this is what Duncan Williams said. You know what he said? Watch this. He says, I look forward to a Ghana where our sons and daughters no longer queue at embassies for visas in search of greener pastures, but only to travel for vacations. That's what he said 2 days ago at the national prayer meeting. And John Benjamin responded. This is what he wrote. Duncan Williams certainly travels for nice vacations. On occasion, booking the whole first-class cabin of the British Airways flight to London for his family. I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival. I need to take that again. It says, I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival, know in what high luxury he lives. I saw that luxury with my own eyes at his house and office. So now I can quote John Benjamin. Many people think Blakk RASTA just talks. Sometimes I get deep information, but I never reveal my source of information, because that is what is called good journalism ethics. He said it. Bring it back. So Duncan Williams says, my prayer is that the Ghanaian youth will no longer go out there queuing in long winding serpentine queues looking for visas to run out there and go abroad. John Benjamin says, you say if they are queuing, then they should be going to have vacations. Duncan Williams certainly travels for nice vacations, on occasion booking the whole first-class cabin of the BA flight to London for his family. I wonder if the poor people who give him tithes, they can't afford, and which undermine their economic survival, know in what high luxury he lives. I saw that luxury with my own eyes at his house and office. This is what he said. My brother, my sister. And when it came out that Agradaa is going to jail, this is what John Benjamin wrote. Nana Agradaa, not going too far, to Nsawam prison in them police car. Archbishop, and Archbishop is in quotes, because John Benjamin doesn't believe that this is an archbishop. He believes it's a charlatan. Archbishop Duncan Williams, be her chauffeur. It means Archbishop is the one who is going to drive Agradaa, and together they will go to jail. Religious charlatans in a jam jar, Heavenway Church. In a jam jar, Heavenway Church. Well below par. Dag Heward Mills can't think too far. Obi Nim's face on a sticker. Pay them tithes to these liar, evangelist, prophet, apostle, all fake vicar, defrauding whole of Africa. He wrote it in Patois, probably to say, Blakk RASTA, this is for you. Shatawale, this is for you. So you see, he calls all these people charlatans. And he calls them liars. The evangelist, referring to Nana Agradaa. Prophet, referring to whoever. Apostle, referring to whoever. He said they are all fake vicars, defrauding the whole of Africa. My brother, my sister, John Benjamin is on fire. When he told me this, I got mad and angry. Some 5, 6, 7 years ago, he went into Duncan Williams' house on his invitation. Security was tight. And he wanted to go pee. And said, oh, you can use my personal bathroom. And when he opened, there it was a golden toilet. Golden kuraba. Remember I told you this? And when he's flying out of the country, he takes the whole of the BA business section. Pays huge. Yet all the money he blows away is coming from the tithes of the church. we all are going to get a big fight from the church because many people believe that they are giving the money to God and not to a man. Therefore, whatever the man decides to do with the money is unto him. Whilst they live big and heavy, you continue to grow sick and lean. That's what John Benjamin is saying. He says, how long can you continue in this foolishness? This is John Benjamin. He speaks his mind. He thinks that all those people who give their tithes to these people are not serious. They have to think again. What do you think? It's a Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. And some of the files are being declassified. We have more. We'll bring you more declassified files. We get information. Deep, authentic information. So when we speak on the basis of facts. Sometimes if I'm not given the permission to come out with the information, out of excitement, if I even release a bit of the information, I may have to come back and apologize and say, oh, I lied. And those who are smart, they know what I'm talking about. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall be speaking some more. Hey! Way! Wayo! So you heard that?
Blakk Pot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Let's look at your comments, and we'll take the last story and we'll be done. Okay. So JDSGH says, greetings Blakk, we are live. Woyo. Stephen Banda says, thanks to the King of Africa for your wisdom you are sharing with us. Thanks so much. Kojo Wuvenu says, Blakk, thank you for your explanations on the issues. I get to understand well. Please bring back the African history. Yes. African history, we've posted something in there. Please go check it out. Yeah? And we're going to be regularly posting it. Tomorrow we'll post something else. Yeah? So the African history is on. Sweet Papito says, Amara RASTA Family. Hey, come here. Wayo. Stephen Banda says, long life, Blakk. And he says, share. Jennifer, Asuka money. Asuka mame. Jennifer Asuka mame. She says, the Blakk Pot, speak truth to power. Bless our Black Rasta. Mohammed Banjawan says the president of Team Speak Truth to Power is live to aid in the rewiring of the average African mindset. Unfold the stories from the hot pot of wisdom. Let's keep it blazing. Come here! Wayo! Signed, MC Scorpion. Run it, my own. Okay? Conscious Agbemenu OWUSU is watching. Eno Adoma Sa is also watching. Achu Eric is in love with the show. Patawo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Greetings, my love. And Mark Romeo Fori says, greetings, Professor Blakk. Yahya Ahmed says, good evening, Black Rasta. Watching you live from Muafaya. Multimedia Ghana Multimedia says, monitoring from Tamale. Mubarak MBK says, Blakk, share the updates. It's another day. Ombaimba Nananya Sahini Angwa says, Black Rasta. Okay. Massive tension says, I'm also watching you from Dansuman. Dolph Brain says, Jesus is suffering power. Raphael Kofi says, keep up the good work, my brother. Oi, oi. Bra Isaac says, Black Rasta, I thought the judge will sentence Agradaa to 115 years with hard labor. Dove Brain says, ow. Cry No More says, I'm also watching you from Olebu. Where's Olebu? Is it around Kolebu? Okay, that's my area there, right? Okay. Larry Ganiu says, please, Blakk, I want to know if it's true that Wodemaya said, okay, I think what Wodemaya said about Salaga slave market and the Ashantis is true. That's your question, right? You want to know that. We're going to be hitting you next week with the whole story. I don't want to go into it right now. But for me, students of the African history class should know more. Nobab says Duncan shouldn't be trusted considering what he did with the past government. M-Drop official says, Blakk, do you know Jesus Christ is a politician? Tell me more. Kofi Azuma says, greetings to my brother Black Rasta on this blessed Thursday. Kofi Azuma says, greetings to all my brothers and sisters here with love. Right here, Black Rasta keeps preaching nothing but the real truth here for the people. Black Rasta, I can see you looking sharp in your outfit. Respect, love. All right? Okay. So these are the comments, and we shall take the second batch of comments. Let's look at the last story, and we are done for the day. Okay? Third story. Watch this. Brian Acheampong should never be president. And this is a gentleman called Solomon OWUSU talking. Do you know him? Have you seen him before? This is Solomon OWUSU. You know him. For some days now, he's in the news left, right, and center, and he's giving it to them. Run the story, my youth. Watch this as it unleashes in your face. If Brian Acheampong could seek state access as minister, imagine him as president. And this Solomon OWUSU talking. Run it. A leading member of the movement for change, Solomon OWUSU, has asserted that none of the individuals who have declared their intention to be presidential candidate of his former party, the New Patriotic Party, is fit to lead Ghana. Speaking in an interview on TV3 on Wednesday, that's yesterday, July 2, 2025, not 27 Ghana Web. Please don't run too much. OWUSU contended that NPP flag bearer hopefuls are unsuitable for the presidency due to their actions while the party was in power. He specifically criticized the Member of Parliament for Abetifi, Dr. Brian Acheampong, who served as the Minister of Food and Agriculture under the NPP government. OWUSU argued that Dr. Acheampong's actions as a minister render him unfit for the highest office of the land. Right? OWUSU alleged that Dr. Acheampong sought to acquire state-owned SNIT hotels, a move that was only prevented by the intervention of organized labor. None of the frontliners or those who really want to contest in the NPP primaries fascinate me. In fact, they really don't have to go close to power. As we speak, we are owing ECOWAS buffer stock 27,000 tons of rice. You were the Minister of Agriculture, OWUSU stated. But for the graciousness of the Ghanaian worker, he would have bought my Labadi Beach resort. If as a minister you wanted to buy Labadi Beach resort, if you become the president of this country, are you not going to sell me? Brian Acheampong, as a businessman, wanted to buy a state asset. Now he wants to be the president. If he becomes president, won't he buy everything in the country for himself? He questioned. Dash. I don't trust all these charlatans. They are crooks. Baumia, Brian, all of them. The only person in there who has come out as a champion of the ghetto, even though he also has his own problems, is Kennedy Acheampong. You can dislike Kennedy Acheampong as much as you want. But when you put him at par with all these charlatans, he will come clean. He's not as clean as Jesus Christ. But my brother, my sister, he is cleaner than all these charlatans. We all heard about Brian Acheampong trying to buy Labadi Beach Hotel and other hotels, despite the hotel he built on the mountains, which is one of its kind in West Africa, we are told. He was still greedy. He wanted to buy state asset. After all, they were getting out of power. Such a criminal. We heard about his exploits with the American army, which had some cobwebs left, right, and center. I won't go into that. And today, these guys who wanted to capture land, steal land, they want to be president. You can imagine what they will do. We are getting more and more conscious with each passing day. The youth are not interested in these charlatans. The youth are becoming wiser. They have realized that they have been taken for a ride for far too long. They give them peanuts and they steal everything, the big ones. They are tired. They say, hey, we want a different Ghana. We don't need your peanuts. We want what belongs to us. If the youth can stand firm and demand accountability and probity, the youth of Ghana will be better off. You support some dirty politicians, they meet you and give you some 200 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis, the maximum, and then you close your eyes to their stealing. When are you going to be a successful person? That Ben Obey is the Black Pot, aka Koko Shonomo. And to Solomon OWUSU, thank you so much for coming clean. Thank you so much for making the whole world see exactly what is happening in your former party. And thank you so much for making Ghana know that these guys will do worse if they ever get close to the seat of power. The same Brian Acheampong said that they will never hand over power to the NPP. NDC, I beg your pardon. So what happened? What happened? They were so power drunk, so careless, they could say anything. Today you are out of power. Ghanaians have kicked you out. You see? Anyway, always stand by Ghana. Ghana will not go anywhere. Ghana never loses. Those guys are the losers. It's the Black Pot. Shall we take your final comments? And we are done for the day. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, greetings, my guru. Hope everything is nice with you. I pray for more wisdom and good health for you. Keep on teaching us to know the truth so we will not grow up to become old fools. Amu of fire. Special greetings going out to your solid producer, Samuel Efriye Samuel. OWUSU Efriye Samuel, a.k.a. Lord Asoriba Thunder. All right? Inusanu says, now the law is the law. Kofi Azuma says, Black Rasta, greetings from Pennsylvania. Big up to you and all the brothers and sisters here. Inusanu comes back to say, big up Black Rasta. Kofi Azuma comes back as if it was musical chairs. Says, Black Rasta, I have to run out for a physical therapy. All right? And to my darling says, I just joined class. My professor Black Rasta, lovely outfit. We'll definitely be going back to listen to part 1 and 2. More fire. My prof. Ghana Fest. And Antoine Mane Ragua says, education develops the intellect, and the intellect distinguishes man from other creatures. It is education that enables man to harness power of mindfulness. Muhammad Banjer once says, say this always without fear, that Black Rasta, Akonya, are you a living legend? Are you? And he says, you are a living legend. And Alhamdulillah for having you in Ghana. Signed, MC Scorpion, Insider Shyman. 24 Alex says, I feel sad when poor Africans worship their men of God. Duncan Williams is doing business with the word of God. Hamburg, Germany, he writes from. Okay? And who is this? Stephen says, more fire. Black Rasta. Abdul Hamid Hussein says, more fire. Said Uziblim Abu says, respect Black. Frank Dedo Donu says, greetings, Black Rasta, you're too much. Abdul Hamid comes back to say, watching you live from Dubai. Al Arabiya Tower. Okay? We love you and we appreciate you. It looks like this is where it would end. Today I am bereaved. I lost a brother of mine. Yes. Former headmaster of TI Ahmadiyya Secondary School. former head of Charles. Yes, Charles. Yes, Charles. Yakub A.B. Abubakar. He was involved in an accident last night at Mankasim, and then he passed on to eternity in the hospital. So he's giving me a very sad demeanor today. If you didn't get the very energy that you expected, it's because of this. And I am truly sad because he took care of me whilst I was in school, and it's been sad. It's truly been sad. Yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow, we shall talk more. God be with you. I appreciate you and I love you. It's one of the reasons we started our show late today. In the interim, have a pretty day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hey! Hey yo! Yo!